Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble host for a very, very special Mörk Borg one-shot, which is actually the second part of the original one-shot, making it a two-shot, bonus two-shot. Really excited to be here with this beautiful group of people. We have had a hell of a couple of weeks here at Guild Superior, and this week has been fantastic with a lot of games. And we've got some stuff coming up in the future with a little bit of a hiatus here over the Memorial Day weekend here in the U.S. But we'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end and what we have coming up as we introduce ourselves. So without further ado, because we want to get this party started, I'm going to hand it over to my good friend, DungeonMisterTy. Ty, period. Kick us off, pal.
Yes, that is me. It's long for Ty. Welcome, everybody, to our, as Dave said, our sequel session of Mörk Borg. We had such a good time last time with the chaos and the death and the madness that we have decided to come back and have a part two. We have a partially original cast and a partially new cast, but it is all Mörk Borg. I brought my friend Hattie with me, my hot, and we're going to see what we can drum up tonight. But let us learn about our cast before we get too far along so we can get into the game. And let's start with Mandy, if you would please tell us about you and who you're playing.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy, or the Mandy, as you know me on the internet. You can mostly find me on Twitch at the same name. You can also see me in chat. And I am playing Felvan, the Occult Örtmästare. I'm very excited to share them with you.
Very nice. Thank you, Felvan. All right. Rouge, please tell us about you and yours.
Hi, I'm Rouge. When I'm not moonlighting over here at Guild Superior, you can mostly find me over on Live from the Apocalypse, where I just wrapped up one game and about to go back to our Veil Breakers campaign coming off hiatus. So go check us out over there on Twitch. We, besides the game that I'm in, they've got pretty much something going on every night of the week at this point. So lots of cool stuff over there. And then, as it mentions, I am also part of a adult comedy a cappella band that performs in the DC area, who is actually getting ready to retire. So we have one of our final shows tomorrow and one next month. If you check out the Misbehavin' Maidens online, you can find our website to get all the info about that and find our music everywhere it streams online if you're not local to DC. But then back to what I'm doing this evening. This evening, I will be playing Fransta, who is my slightly berserker style possible cannibal, who, she likes to keep mementos of both those she loves and those she hates, because love and hate are just two sides of the same coin, aren't they? So she has a lot of trophies that came off of people. So
some of them we know where they came from.
Some of them we saw where
true.
they came from last one shot. I have a lovely pair of earrings, in fact, that came from one of my fallen companions last one shot.
You've heard of finger guns? These are ear fingers.
Oh my God. I just remember a quote from last time, Mama needs some new earrings.
Yes.
I just about died when that happened.
so did Hank. New to the game. The Mandy is new to the game. So is the Bleak season. Bleak.
Hey, yes, I am. And they needed a new cast because the old cast ate the other half of the old cast last time. So
I did not eat anyone
yet
Allegedly.
on camera.
Allegedly.
I just took their fingers and other
Allegedly.
parts.
I am the Bleak season on the socials and hanging out here. I don't have anything else this week, but next week we're starting a brand new Lord of the Rings campaign over here that I'm super thrilled about. And I also got like a Witcher 2-shot coming up at some point in June. So, we are keeping rolling on. And tonight I am playing Ulver, a very fancy, sartorially minded, mass murdering freak psycho thingamabobber. So I look forward to unleashing that particular beast. Mm-hmm. And thank you for inviting me to come here and get eaten by Dave and Rouge.
Of course. And by the way, all of these psycho characters, we refer to them in Mörk Borg as citizens.
Oh, I'm definitely a citizen then.
Yes,
I am a great citizen of this world.
you are a contributing member.
I try.
Dave.
But hey, thanks.
Dave.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, friends. My name is Dave. You all know me. I play games, produce games, run games over here. Tonight, I am playing an interesting character, near and dear to my heart. First name Carva, last name possibly Crosby. We're not sure. That hasn't been verified yet. He is a jaundiced, yellow-skinned, skeletal man from the Isle of Crelut, where he discovered some strange tome that taught him the magic of barbarism, and not the barbarism that you're thinking. He likes to cut hair and keep pieces of the hair because he thinks that it gives him magical powers.
Of
We'll
course.
see if it actually does. I don't know.
It doesn't.
He's into it though.
Wonderful. And of course, I am DungeonMisterTy of New Varden and Adventure Slaying semi-notoriety. We are excited to mention that we have a pre-launch available on GameFound, which you can find pinned to our Adventure Slaying Twitter if you would care to give us a follow and see what's going on there. You can also visit us at adventureslaying.com and sign up to follow us there. The link will take you straight to our follower page as well. We would very much appreciate it. I am proud to be reprising my role as the GM of Death in this game tonight. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. In the initial session, the party was escaping the kingdom city of Schleswig to get away from the Inquisition and the law. For each one of them had in their own way broken the law, and they wandered out into the Vastland, in the poor Vastland, to disappear into the wild where the people who are of no import live. And as they did, they came across various individuals, such as a drunken one-eyed seeress who told them to locate the child with the third eye. And then they ran into the strange pale one known as Navarro, who led them to a village where the folks in the village offered to assist the group if they would in turn help them deal with some problems they were having with some skeletal livestock murderers that they had. The party did decide to help them, and in the process of doing so, vanquished the threat to the farm and thus revealed the actual plot of she, the mother of the two-headed Bascali, known as Lucille and Ark. Ark's form embodied into Jotna, a young girl in the village whose head burst into the form of a vomitous fly and spoke the words of she, who offered to the party to either take Jotna's form to the valley of the unfortunate undead and cast it down to the other two-headed basilisk known as he, to shame he into being incorrect about the predictions that he is inclined to make. He being the son of she, and all of their interfamilial disagreements. However, the party declined she's offer and brought about the ruin of the land through earthquake, plague, famine, and other sorts of 3, 4, 5 horsemen kinds of apocalyptic problems. But it did not end there. And so we begin today with sometime later, the events about to unfold.
Failing to meet the demand of Ark, thou condemned thyself and the whole of the world to catastrophe and plague, immersed in the vomitous bile of the avatar Jotna. That fly-headed demon sent to challenge thee to thy fault. And lo, did thou find thyself banished to the darkest dungeon of the Archpriestess of Necrubal, herself being Joselpha Mygol, the Eternal Mother. And thus thrown to darkness, thou awaited thine end, yet it cameth not. Nay, upon this day thou find'st thyself prostrate upon the death-chill stone at the foot of her lordship's throne, the room light brilliant against the previous darkness of your tomb cell, though thine eyes yet press closed against the unknown terror set before thee now.
So you find yourselves, the four of you, condemned, prisoners in the castle, the temple of Josilpha Mygol, the Eternal Mother, archpriestess of the god Necrubal. Two of you are there for the crimes you are responsible for in rising the ire of She against the people of the land and bringing about the devastation and plague that has cursed the world in the time since. The other two of you for various crimes against the Inquisition and against the cult of the two-headed basilisk, as well as other blasphemies and sundry crimes probably trumped up against you. However, despite being condemned to death, you do find yourself now prostrate upon the floor, the stone at the basement, somewhere below the surface level in the archpriestess's temple. And at last you glance about and espy among your prostrate number other prisoners likely condemned to death as you are. Beyond your forsaken comrades, numerous figures stand in shadow, the drape of their full-length robes hiding their shapes, be they human or aught. And seated upon a throne chair, carved and crafted of bones, the Eternal Mother, seated in a shaft of light as if from an artificial sun, her face vaguely defined in stark white and blue shadow, her eyes black and abyssal beneath the structure of her brows as she looks hatefully upon you, her chin barely tilted. Her right hand rests upon a scepter that extends to the floor near her foot, the shaft of it white as ivory, with jeweled bands of gold that affix the smooth round sphere of it beneath her hand. Her other arm, unobvious where it fades into her brilliant pale robes, corpse white and unblemished, her face being the only skein of visible skin aside the hand, the rest of her head wrapped in the same pale fabric, and her head burdened by a skeletal corona of dead black twigs. "Vile scum," she says at last, hissing from the throne, "ye who have wrought thy damned fate and owe thy souls to Necrubal, thieves, heretics, and wretches, I find it ironic that this damned world now turns to thee for a mote of salvation. Thank Lord Necrubal that the two-headed basilisks yet maintain their infantile squabble. It is decreed by Lord Necrubal in response to the pleas of he, being Verhu, being the lesser Gork, yea, that he hath pled to our melancholy lord to send thee to the forest of Galgan, and there procure the moss from the bed of a dying man. In doing so, take the moss to the Dimmergrund, and there confront the avatar of Ark, nee as well Lucille, Lucy being the bitch mother of he, and end the avatar of she, nee Jotna, the fly-headed scourge of the dying land. And should you achieve victory, be restored to thee thy stinking souls to the end of thy days. Hast thou understood thy tasks?"
Well, shit. I suppose we could have totally avoided this if we'd only just killed that beady-eyed child. We had the chance.
Hindsight is 2020, but I'm pretty comfortable with not being a child killer, actually. So this is fine. Did I cause the deaths of like a lot of other people instead? Yeah, but it's the old are you gonna kill one person to save a ton of people, or not kill a person and then someone else is going to kill those people because you didn't kill the person. Really, I
We
think we
didn't
can
know.
all agree this isn't my fault, is really what I'm getting at. So my conscience is clear.
You were our leader.
A terrible decision, really, but
True.
that's fine. I'm really just here to survive myself. I do not care who survives with me. So I'll remember you fondly via your bones if you die. So like there's that.
Okay.
It's an honor to become part of my bone attire. I'm
Well,
sensing you're not grateful.
No, you can have my bones, but there's not much to eat. I thought you'd want to eat first.
That is a very rude.
My bad. My bad. Take the bones. Oh. Him.
Ulver will sort of unfold a little bit. He's really tall, really gangly, really, really scrawny, but he's got this really nice silk shirt that's done in kind of a Harlequin kind of pattern, and brushes a little bit of dust off the side. And he's got this mask that's made of bone, like a carved bone mask under this hood. And he kind of unfurls and he says, "Excuse me, there appears to be some sort of mistake. I was on my way to work, see? I was on my way to work, and then suddenly I was here. I don't know who these miscreants are, and I surely am no part of them, so if I could just take my leave, I will vacate the premises immediately and ensure that my presence does no longer impose..."
Enough! And she cracks the staff on the floor. Accept thy task, or return to thy cell and await thy death.
Yeah, I'm gonna accept. Jesus.
I'm with her, so yeah.
But about this error, I'm certain it's just a clerical error. I'm certain some lowly
The Eternal Mother
administrators
glances over to the right, and one of the other figures walks over very close to you and strikes you with a rod.
This is when Felbon actually makes some noise and starts to cackle and just goes, "You should have learned to shut up, loud one."
It's not the first time someone says that to me. It's not the first time someone strikes me either, you'll know. Damn it.
Eternal Mother, I accept. I will not let you down.
Oh, look at you all. So eager to throw your lives away and go on to these whatever forsaken adventure they have planned for us.
Your life
What
has
is-
been forfeit since you arrived here, you idiot.
Oh, I know that now. I'm simply trying to make a point that some people are perhaps more eager than others. That's all I'm saying.
What is life for those who cannot die?
Well,
Throw me to the wolves, I say.
Life is an enjoyment of the finer things, nice, the rustling of a very fine fabric on your naked skin, especially on your nipples. I find that particularly very, and also fine poetry.
The Eternal
like
Mother
him.
laughs as well. There are no fine things. Accept the task or return to thy cell.
Oh, fine. I'll accept the task.
Just to clarify, your holy worshipfulness, we're supposed to find the moss on the bed of a dying man?
You are
And then
correct.
Wouldn't there
take the
be some
moss.
moss and some dying bed? I'm sure there's a dying man somewhere in this building.
He's
and
still
there's probably
talking?
There is a dying man in this building. It is you.
I see what you did there.
You are not on a bed of moss, however. That you will find in the Galgan forest as prescribed by he.
Oh, very well. I've got anything better to do.
Then we take the moss somewhere.
You will be instructed once you arrive in Galgan Woods.
By who?
He, as far as I know.
If he's so involved in this, why doesn't he fetch the moss himself?
I believe these wish to be escorted to the cells.
No. I'm Moss.
I
Moss
said
man.
I'd do it. I just feel like dude is delegating things that don't need to be delegated is all.
Out of the
It's
shadows,
fine.
out of the shadows is another figure, one of the Inquisition, who are not dressed. They're dressed in more like black and blood red, and they hiss in a mask. They have a like sort of a wicked basilisky lizardy sort of mask on, and they hiss from the shadows and they say, "Heretic! That is why you have been condemned. Mother, return her to her cell and let us pay a visit further."
That should be entertaining. They look like the party type to me.
You return me to my cell. Who's going to go get this moss for you? You think these three are going to manage it without me? Laughable.
We have plenty of condemned to take your place. Framsta, is it?
Yes.
I believe thou is the primary plaintiff in the issue at hand.
True.
If it assures thee further, know that your ultimate task is to confront Jotna, as has been requested by her son. This is between them. Thou hast but received a bit of reprieve in exchange for the service, at the cost potentially of your lives, to regain them. If you wish to shortcut to your death, it can be arranged.
So you're saying if I do this, I get a round 2 with the creepy fly lady?
That's one way to put it.
I'm definitely in then.
Very well. The mother says, "And should thou achieve victory, be restored to thee thy stinking souls to the end of thy day." The mother says, "Be gone then be grateful to our Lord Necrubal and to the arrogance of he." Act 2.
Wander thus into the woods of Galgan, and seek the dying man upon a bed of moss. Yea, the mists doth blind thy eye, but listen close for the voices. A whispering crypt hath much to say. Lo, there then appears within the mist a familiar form, unknown once, then lost, then found. Stone still, as undying as stone. Yea, even the mists part before thy sight as thou approaches, revealing the form. And dost thou stop for an old friend, though fiendish they be?
So upon accepting, you are escorted out away from the temple. You are given gear, the gear that you were arrested with, and sent to Galgan.
Do I get my skull back?
You get your skull back. You get.
Do I get my dog?
Oh yes, in fact, everything is returned to you. You get the impression that the idea is that no one expects you to survive. So you're given whatever earthly possessions you had before and sent on your way. And you wander off towards Galgan Forest. Before you do that, I would like to ask the party to help me choose a die to determine the calendar of Necrubal and see if we open the Psalms today. Your choices are a D2, a D6, a D10, or a D100. I think I'm right about the D10. If I roll a 1, we open the Psalms, which is just going to add more headache for all of you. D2, D6, D10, D20, D100. Group, what die would you like to check against the calendar of Necrubal?
Love
mean,
a
the obvious,
D100.
yeah, is there a benefit to being more risky? Like,
Oh
one
yeah, to
day.
have
do we get a bonus if we like choose a lower die?
Your bonus is you get a better chance of opening up one of the Psalms.
okay. Well, if that's the case, and the Psalms make things more difficult, I'm okay with like a D2 or a D6.
We have a vote for a D2 or D6. Anyone else?
Okay with a D6.
Sounds
Sure,
good to
let's
me.
go D6.
Yeah.
All right.
Be brave.
Hey, in the spirit of things, who has a birthday coming up next?
Birthday?
Yeah, anybody? June? Christian? What
No,
is
my
your-
birthday just passed.
All right.
Last week, yeah.
June 16th.
Oh, you're ahead of me. So, Oliver, please roll a D6.
Four.
Was that a 4?
As a four.
4. All right.
What?
There is no psalm today. And so, no farther than half a mile into the Galgan woods, the mists reveal a terror seemingly frozen in a pose of contracted embrace, its arms wrapped around its form, head tilted down and leftward, knees pressed together beneath a long skirt. Bat-like wings complete the embrace, and the eyeless, bald, oval-shaped head bears only a stoic, melancholy expression on its thin mouth. The frail frame is gaunt, if not emaciated, as defined by its sexless torso and the shadowed lines of its bare ribcage.
Is it on a bed of moss?
Alas, it is not.
Do we
Oh.
know this creature?
A couple of you do. In fact,
Yeah, I was gonna say this
This
sounds
fucking-
familiar.
This fucking guy again! What the hell?
Dave, I think we have an
gotta
image
fill
for
us, the rest of us in.
This is Navarro.
The bald, eyeless head turns toward you, and then after a moment, the thin arms open wide. Carva, Ramsta, Navarro has waited so long. Ramsta, oh, Carva, would either of thee permit it Navarro should give thou a squench?
No.
But Navarro knows best not. It is so good to see thee both.
We have friends now you can talk to.
And who are our friends?
When the creature,
Yeah, we
thing?
can put an image in Albert.
looks at Felban, what you see is a androgynous individual with a tattered, all black clothing, tattered black coat, various straps over a tunic, and ripped up leggings and boots that are pretty well worn, lots of buckles on those, short sword on the back, always holding a skull with a candle affixed to the top of it that is presently lit. And none of you have seen this person's face, Felban's face. They're wearing what looks to be a large mask that looks like that of a rather giant bird skull, from which you can only see two little pinpricks of like pinkish red light where you assume their eyes are.
How tall is Felban?
Felban is, I would say Felban's pretty short, probably like 5'6".
All right.
Very strange individual to behold.
Hey, 5'6" is a perfectly normal height for people. One might even say 5'5" is a very normal height for people.
It's right in there. How did I never notice this, that you are wearing this mask?
Perhaps
Mask.
because you are generally an ignoramus and an nincompoop, sir.
Untrue. I would like a mask though. Just throwing
Well,
that
they
out
are
there.
very stylish. I find them quite comfortable. Also, I in fact believe that in the future everyone will wear them.
And you are
Elvan does not introduce themselves. They're being rude. Purposefully rude.
Carva, at least one of your companions does not wish to speak to Navarro. Navarro then doesn't wish to speak to them.
That's
I mean,
fair. We're not really friends. We're more, I guess you could say.
Companions of ill fortune.
This one speaks. I am Navarro.
Oh, hello, sir. My name is Ulva. You'll have to pardon my short, bird-faced friend here. They were just very recently released from a very dark, dank hole, and being trapped in one of those things does very terrible things to a person's mind. And well, if nothing else, it certainly atrophies one's social ability to interact socially with.
Shut up.
I am Navarro.
Navarro, why do you always seem to show up when we're sent out to do things? You're always here. You're always lurking. Where?
Navarro is looking for security. Navarro needs friends. Remember, Navarro explained this to thee. Navarro believes Navarro explained this to thee. Thou came in later, from after when Navarro met Framsta, and some of the unfortunate companions who did not fare well against the king's guard.
Yeah, but I have samples of their hair still, so they live on.
Framsta has samples of their bodies.
See? They're still with us.
Well, Navarro is so happy to see Navarro's friends. Navarro has no concoctions to share, however, they are best left in Navarro's keeping. However, what do we do now? What is
Well, Navarro, you did take us where we needed to go last time. Do you know of a dying man on a bed of moss in this place?
The Galligan Forest, perhaps?
We might have to be a bit more specific. I would assume there are plenty of dead men and over beds of moss in a place like this.
Hey, if it technically fulfills the prophecy, that's all we need. I
We
don't
just
need to.
one.
You know.
True.
One would assume that there was a very specific person they wanted us to find.
Then they should have given us more information. That's
Like
my
a
feeling.
name.
Navarro doesn't know, but Navarro knows Galgan Forest, and Navarro has an idea. Follow
Could
Navarro.
be useful then.
Why not? But
forget
also, everybody keep your eyes peeled, because last time this happened, we did in fact run into people who tried to kill us before
Yeah.
we got where we needed to go. So Navarro might be actually trying to kill us. It's very unclear.
Navarro does not try to kill Navarro's friends. Navarro proved this last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're being very suspicious, sir, but do lead on. Chop chop. I'll lean over to Felban. I have to admit that I earlier thought you were quite strange, but he's taken that crown away from you, so there's at least that to feel good about.
I'm
Navarro's-
sorry. Does your opinion matter in any way, shape, or form?
It matters greatly to me.
Oh, well, enjoy that.
I do. In fact, when there's nobody else about, I usually just talk to myself. I can talk to myself for hours on end. I'm sharing incredible, deep thoughts that I like to. I'll sit there for hours just coming up with these.
The first
very
thing we do
intricate-
is cut this one's tongue out, I think.
While Ulver is talking,
Extremely
Felban
tempting.
is like not even really like pretending to listen, but is looking down at the skull and saying, This one talks too much. I think this one will die first. Yes, yes.
Oh, you talk to your skull. Oh, perhaps.
Yes,
I
Morton,
should
I
have a skull to talk
agree.
to.
I agree.
Usually, people are very ignorant, and I find it difficult to have a very interesting conversation with most people. But if I had a skull,
Carva and
Felban
Fronsta.
looks at you, and their head tilts in a very unnatural way and says, "Get your own."
your head is tilting in a very unnatural way. There, are you aware of that?
Yes.
Oh, very good then. Jolly good.
Carva and Fromstad, you recognize Navarro's body language as being sorely offended. They've slumped, gathered themselves in, their wings are drooping, and they sort
Okay.
of slowly start plotting.
It's fine, Navarro. It's fine. Just you're here to serve a purpose. Obviously, you always show up when needed. Ugh. Lead the way.
Navarro is needed.
If
Navarro
that's-
is needed.
if that's
Thank
what
you, Carva.
need to hear.
A shot of gin might cure whatever humors is afflicting
Gin?
him.
You have gin?
No, I don't. But perhaps we could find some along the way. I do
Could
need some
probably
gin and
make
tonic.
something even better than gin.
What on earth would be better than gin? I ask you, with a nice little tonic, a little slice of cucumber on the side is beautiful, beautiful.
Cucumber.
dear, I've
What's-
got
what's
some-
cucumber.
Is this pollen? What's this?
Navarro,
DM, would this be a good or a bad time to break out the portable laboratory?
you are free to do that if you wish.
Also, I'm not totally sure what it would look like, but I imagine it's some kind of sphere that I like push a button on and it just poof into like a little room.
Okay, all right. How elaborate is it? Go ahead and describe
Yeah,
it a little bit.
they rummage around in their bag and pull out like this large stone question mark looking sphere that's encased in a metal frame, and there appears to be a button on the top, and they press the button and drop it on the ground, and in a puff of black smoke, from as the smoke kind of settles, you see like a little square, not a square, like a little domed building.
By Jove, that's impressive. Where did you get that? That is marvelous.
Navarro
I made it.
collapses
It's
and
my
hops.
laboratory.
Oh, Urasa, hurrah.
Oh, Rasa. Navarro is squirms over next to you and is looking around at everything. Oh, I know what some of these are. What are we going to do?
Make something fun.
Let's make something fun.
Oh, I actually think I might tolerate you.
Oh, good.
Come in, come in.
Thank you. And Navarro looks over their shoulder over at Ulver. Only a mouth on the face, but you felt like you were giving the stink eye.
Getting the stink eye.
Getting the stank blank.
So it says daily you have materials to create 2 randomly determined decoctions you can brew with a total of D4 doses. So there's 8 items. So do I roll a D8 for which items I get, for which items I'm able to make, and then determine the doses?
Yeah, is there a
There's like a whole there's a whole list. I'll share it with you.
I have the list. Is there a success check, or is it just?
It doesn't say. It
Really?
says it just shows a list of decoctions.
Mhm.
And it does not. It doesn't say that I need to roll. I guess I could pick from the list, but
No, it does say random. It does say random.
Does it say random? Oh yes, it
Mhm.
does. It does say random. So yeah,
Yeah, roll a d8 twice for those.
I'm sending you my character sheet because I forget if I sent it to you or not already, just so that you have it in case you
Okay.
need it.
No worries.
Cool. So I'll roll D8 for the first one and D8 for the second one. Doot. Okay, that's a 5. Number 5 on the list is, oh no, that's actually pretty cool. I made spider owl soup. You can see in
Mars is-
darkness, climb on walls for 30 minutes. And how many doses does it give me? D4. I'll roll a D4. 3.
Navarro loves this one.
I must say, it's a pretty neat trick, though, summoning the little building out of the pocket. Because there'd be
Spider owl
uses for that.
soup. 3 doses. And the second one. This is Felban's definition of better than gin, by the way.
Soup.
I rolled a 4, so it's Elixir Vitalis, heals D6 HP, and stops infection. Can be habit forming.
Navarro says, Navarro knows these. Navarro knows these. Look, and brings out a couple of
That's
things out of their
1
satchel
dose.
as well. Oh, unfortunately, not a lot, but Felban, thou did well. Navarro made these.
Ooh.
This one, and there's a little vial. This one, one dabs in the eye and then is more perceptive. This, and there's like a little pouch that's got like a little pile of powder in it, and from a distance you catch sight of that, and you know the powders. This one you kind of recognize, I think.
Uh-oh. What does that mean, Ty?
Fromsta knows. Fromsta and Carva
Fromsta
know.
might, but Rouge may not.
Oh, so do you remember the cocaine bear?
Oh my god, can we turn Felban into a cocaine bear, please?
Man.
You possibly, but you'd have to convince Navarro to give up the powder.
Can I roll something to see if I understand what it is?
Sure.
What do I roll?
Presence.
Presence. I have a +1 in presence, so I roll a d20.
Correct. Our first roll.
Please understand that here, Guild Superior, we do not condone.
17 +1, 18.
Yes, this is a bit of a what is it? Zakuma powder.
Ooh.
Yeah. It makes the imbiber frantic in battle.
Oh. Felvan is very intrigued. This looks interesting.
Navarro
I am
once
quite
saw-
strong, you know. Quite tough.
Navarro once saw Framsta into it, and Framsta was effective.
Excellent.
Do you want it?
Yes.
Can I have some of the soup?
1 dose. 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Excellent.
Excellent.
This is either the worst thing that could possibly happen or gonna work really well for us, and I'm not sure I know which one it is yet.
They're getting
So-
very chummy. It is very
Yes.
a little upsetting.
Yes, they get done making drugs, essentially. And there is another button on the inside of the dome that once everybody is out, Felban reaches in, pushes the button, and it immediately like sucks in like completely like vacuum closed back up into the sphere. Just
Have you ever tried closing that while someone was still inside?
yes, it's quite messy.
I would imagine.
I've done it a lot, actually.
You are definitely a very strange bird.
Except the sphere puts it back in their bag. You also see some movement in their bag. It's just moving, like there's something living inside of it.
Navarro's like, your bag is moving.
Out pops a goopy little dog head ? That just kind of looks around
Oh,
and like
cute.
starts snarling.
Oh, dinner!
Touch
Navarro
my
flaps
dog
back.
and I will end you.
I think she means it.
Fair
They mean
enough.
it.
I thought we were having
It's
soup
hard to tell with the mask.
and dog for dinner. My mistake.
If you try to eat this dog, it will kill you. Actually, go ahead and try. I would like to see what happens to you. Maybe you'll turn a different color before you perish.
Fromst,
Well.
I can't tell if Felban wants me to try the dog and soup combo or doesn't want me and is trying to dissuade me. I don't know what to do.
The dog
I-
kind of climbs out of the bag. It's like a slime, but a dog.
Oh. Is it edible?
Everything is edible if you try hard enough.
That's
Not
a
to
good point.
Navarro.
Ah, excellent. I like this Navarro.
Navarro.
Let us go to the forest.
Yes,
And-
quickly.
Yes, the crypt awaits.
Or something eats something.
Or someone.
Is it daytime, nighttime?
It's day. It's just dreary.
Okay.
Compared to the cells, it's quite a beautiful day out.
I would agree.
I myself am not used to a lot of sunshine. I prefer the colder, more humid climes myself. However, I will say that it does tend to play havoc a little bit with some of the fabrics that I sometimes choose to wear. But I find that when it is too warm, too hot, I'm more limited in my choice of sartorial decisions that I can make, and I find
From
it
the
more
front.
depressing.
From the front of the group, Navarro just kind of throws her head back and goes, "Oh, you." Leads you on into the forest. And
Barbarians all.
deeper into the wood, Navarro guides you to a gray shadow swirling with mist. The shadow appears to be an opening to some low structure. But on approach, you hear the susurrations of multiple whispers. I would like each of you to make a presence check, please.
Presents. Uh,
6.
13.
13 for Felbin, you're good. Harvard, that was a 6 for you.
6, yep.
Okay. Could you please roll a d3 for me?
1.
Remind me, I roll a d20 and add my presence. Is that it?
Correct.
No.
Ooh, natural 20 plus
Ooh.
1.
Very nice.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
I
Net
don't know if that
20.
means anything.
I got a 3.
Framsta, please roll a d3 for me as well.
Is 20 a crit in this game? Yeah.
It is.
All right. Nice.
Dope.
A 3.
Okay. Carva, these voices, they're kind of swirling in your brain, and you're feeling a bit disoriented, and you're starting to feel like the separation of mind and body, and it's flexing back and forth, and it crosses over, and all of a sudden the eyes roll into the back of your head and you fall unconscious.
Torn.
Ramsta, you suddenly begin hemorrhaging blood from your eyes and ears. You lose 1 hit point unless you wish to exchange that hit point for one of your powers today. I have to
Yeah,
remind
I'll
everyone.
do that.
Okay. If you have not rolled for your powers today, please make a roll D4 plus presence. The other two.
That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, so you'll have a maximum of 6. Well, actually, it's your whatever your presence modifier is plus D4. That's how many times you can use scrolls.
Sweet.
Ramsta, as you're standing there and you get a bit of a headache, the other two who are fine, as you watch Carva plunk fall over, and Navarro looks down and just sort of absently watches Carva lying there. You see Fromsta's just bleeding from the eyes and ears. And Fromsta, you can feel, the tears and stuff, and you wipe away blood from your face.
I'll lean over to Felban. No wonder she needed to upgrade her adventurers. These two are falling apart just for taking a little walk in the forest.
Seems that way.
Fromsta sits up jerkily. I was like, I have killed people for less than that insult.
You're bleeding all over yourself. You're a frightful mess here, and I'll
And I could still kick your ass, so don't try it.
pull a really long silk handkerchief out of my sleeve. Here, for your face. It's clean. Please, it's absolutely clean. I've not blown my nose.
Fine, I'll just rub some dirt on it. And she just like smears with her arm to like wipe away. Just like
Yeah, blood mud.
Mirrors the
I'll fold my pocket square back.
the biggest pocket square I've ever seen. Then, if that's the case, pull it out of your sleeve. Just this giant fucking pocket square.
magician style, just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling.
Yeah, it never ends.
For those of you who remain conscious, a momentary vertigo overwhelms your senses and you brace for an imminent blackout. In time, however, the sensation fades and the voices coalesce into more or less a single utterance, and Carva, you regain consciousness, lying on the forest floor with Navarro looking over you, expressionless because there's no face.
Torn! Torn!
And then
Torn!
Torn is dead.
How dare
Oh,
you?
no. Torn is not dead. Torn left.
Torn.
Is that a
Help me
euphemism
up.
for dead?
Help me up.
Ah, yes.
What happened?
You look over at Fromsta. Fromsta's got blood mud face mask all over the place.
That's a good look for you, actually.
Blood mud.
Meanwhile, this voice kind of coalesces and you hear, "What dost thou seek?" And then it warns, "Enter not the crypt of forgotten men." And Navarro says, yeah, the whispering crypt.
Oh, it's actually a whispering crypt. It's not just a fancy name.
Oh no, hear it? What dost thou seek?
Well, I'll be damned.
Probably.
Maybe it will tell us where we need to go.
Navarro hopes so.
I see.
Does it whisper just random things or useful things, or what is it on about?
Does anyone remember what the Eternal Mother said?
Not a lick of it.
Me either.
Dead man
was
on
dreadfully
a
boring.
bed of moss.
There was some moss and the dead men in there, and then the ones in the robe wanted to take someone back to the cage and do terrible things.
Can I roll to see if I remember what she said? Because I know Felban would like have purposefully not listened because they're an asshole. Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure that's
Presence?
still a presence, yeah.
All right. It's better than agility for me, so at least there's that. Oh no, that's a 1 + 1, 2. I don't remember shit.
The voice begins to break apart. And you start to feel like you're going to black out. You've lost track of what the voice was saying, and you can't remember what you're here for. In fact, for a moment, you don't even remember where you are.
Martin, I don't feel good.
Perhaps you should go have a lie in your little cabin.
Not on Moss.
No, because then if you die, we'll have to take you back.
You said dying.
Did we? Boss, what did we say looking at Fromsta? You are the leader of this expedition, are you not?
Dying man.
I don't know how you people keep agreeing that I'm in charge. Again, horrible decision, but it was dying, not dead. I think, right?
Dying.
We're all in agreement there.
Felban's
It
gonna
was dying, Governor.
Felban's gonna stumble up to the crypt. Does it still whisper?
Yes. And that disorientation starts to fade, and again, it's just asking, "What doth thou seek?"
I say those words, the dying man on the bed of moss, here in the Galgan woods.
Dying man on the bed of moss, the Galgan woods.
were they talking to?
Why are we whispering?
Seek thee the cottage on the lake. Find thee the dying man, and take thou 1 cubit of moss. Wear the moss as hair, each of thee 1 part, and proceed to the Dimmergrund. Post haste.
Dimmergrund?
You know the Dimmergrund. The Dimmergrund is an open plain to the southwest of the Galgen Forest and south of Galgenbeck.
Okay.
And Dimmergrund essentially means sort of the dim land.
So 1 cubit of moss, take from the moss where the moss has hair?
Where the moss as hair, each of you.
Wear the moss. Okay.
Unfortunately, that's
Wear
going to
the
be
moss.
absolutely impossible. We may as well return to our cells right now.
Why?
I'm not putting any moss in my hair. Are you mad? Do you know
Would
what that
you-
would do?
Would
The
you
little-
prefer I just kill you to save the time?
Well, yes, I would, actually. I'd rather you kill me than wear moss in my hair. What sort of barbarian would put moss in their hair? What have we descended back to the level of cavemen and cave women? I mean, I understand that this world is on the brink of apocalypse, but does that mean that we have to let go of all notions of...
Ulver is having a fit.
Hmm. Does that mean that we have to let go of all notions of civility?
Yes. How about you
Oh, all
put
right,
your
then.
vanity aside for a moment?
It is not vanity.
Oh, it's
One must have
not,
a certain
is
level.
it?
No, one must have a certain level of self-care. How can you expect other people to have respect for you if you do not?
I generally find if I threaten them enough, I get plenty of respect.
You
Waru
know, I
doesn't get
don't
respect very often.
dislike this one. I say to the skull.
Would you make up your bloody mind? You either hate me or you don't. What is this faffing about left and right and...
Oh, I'm talking about the woman. I'm not talking about you. You're loud and obnoxious and vain. Either shut up and do the mission, or I'll end you.
It is not vanity. It is self-respect.
We can always cut his head off and put the moss in his hair
Oh,
ourselves.
would you started with the cutting?
Excellent.
Not everything in life is resolved by cutting, you know.
Well, that's not what I think.
As
But
you
you're
say
a
that,
barber with no hair. So that
Got
tells us everything we need to know
Beautiful
about
lock of hair. Back here.
as you say that, you see Navarro's got some moss. They're draping moss over the top of their hair, and they actually have cuts. When you say that, and you just happen to notice, but they're just draping moss upon their bald pate.
See? It's easy. Even Navarro can do it.
Even Navarro can do it.
You're
All right,
Just
let's just
said.
go to the cottage on the lake then.
Cottage on the lake. I think it's this way. And Navarro starts meandering into the forest further.
A quiet little afternoon at a cottage sounds nice. Perhaps they'll have some tea and biscuits we can share in, and
Or it will be full of bandits that try to kill us.
well, then we'll unleash Blood Lady there. She'll eat them all, and we'll be fine.
Agreed.
Tell me, Oliver, there's biscuits and cucumber water and silk handkerchiefs. So where the fuck are you from, man?
I'm simply from pleasant society.
What does that mean? I ask out of character.
Are you a nobleman? Fallen so far from the tree. Oh my, this is good.
You have no hair, and you're dressed in rags.
I mean, it's true.
Through the trees up ahead, you just catch sort of the moonish face between tree trunks of Navarro in the distance looking back in your direction with moss hair hanging from the top of his head and just watching everyone.
I love this character so much.
Now I crave cucumber sandwiches. Thank you very much. There's not a single cucumber
sandwiches off of
sandwich.
Ninnies.
Please. Very well.
I am curious. What the fuck did you do to end up in jail?
Who, me?
Did you kill a priest or something?
No, I've been saying since the beginning, this is a horrible miscarriage of justice. I was on my way to work, you see.
What's work?
Ignoramuses.
No, I'm saying, what is it you do for work?
I don't feel I have to justify myself to you.
He's hiding something.
Obviously.
Let's
So
go to
you're
this
on
cottage.
your way to work and they just pick you up for no reason and throw you in jail.
Right
Sentence you to
in the
death
middle
for
of the
no
street in
reason.
broad daylight.
Sentence you to death for no reason. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Well, that's what I've been saying since the very beginning.
You did something real fucked up, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Maybe you're not one person at all.
I'm
How
tired of
many
this,
are you? How many are you?
I would call it a discussion, but I would not want to blemish the word by giving it as a name for what we are having right now, because it is
It
base.
seems a bit like an intervention to me. Now,
Someone
Yes.
get his coat dirty and see how he reacts.
Don't
But
you
I-
dare. Don't
I mean,
you dare.
you were offering me your handkerchief. What's the difference between me just wiping this off with your coat instead?
Well, because this is what a handkerchief is made for. A handkerchief is made to get dirty when you need to
Yes.
wipe something off with it, not the shirt.
Do you see it? Do you see
Careful.
it?
oh yes, this should be fun.
Hmm.
I think Fromsta is going to very deliberately reach out and grab a corner of his coat and start to like pull it to her face.
He just stares at you through his bone mask. Don't you do it.
Or what? You're gonna accidentally get picked up by someone going to work?
Carva pulls out his scissors and starts getting ready to clip some hair.
I'm watching you two.
Good, then you'll see when I do this. And she wipes her face with the coat.
Oh shit.
And back down the trail, Navarro's like, I think it's this way.
Sorry, Navarro, we have something to take care of here.
Okay, no worry.
Do it. Let it out.
I'm just waiting for Bleak to Hulk out.
It'll feel good. Let it out. No, don't calm yourself. How boring.
My tutor always told me, you never argue with someone far stupider than you because they will bring you down to their level and beat you with experience, and that is exactly what you miscreants are doing. Now, let us onward to this cottage. Let's see if they have some tea and some cucumber sandwiches, and if they don't, we will take them off, and we'll put it on our hair, we will go back to that jail, and then I will be rid of you. Don't touch my
Oh.
jacket.
How anticlimactic. Disappointment.
Funny, anticlimactic's my middle name. And I just walk
Clearly.
off.
I'll just
I
look
lean
at
over
you.
to
You're
Carva.
all talk.
Yeah. I lean over to Carva now and I say, I bet there's at least 2 in there.
I agree, he says as he smells Ulver's hair. Yes, indeed, at least 2.
When you
I'm suddenly glad I have no hair for you to cut.
just so you know, Kara, when you have his hair in your hand, it becomes extremely sort of wet with
Mhm.
what looks like blood, and it thins out as you're holding it, and it just starts to stick to your fingers, and you can see bits and pieces of flesh attached to the hair.
Ew.
Ooh. Hair with a little bit of extra flair. I do like it.
Just licks it.
I'd expect nothing less.
Framstead.
We're gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up.
Just one of your Framstead's snack.
Snacks.
So
He has
Look.
trail mix now.
I have taste. I do not lick hair flesh. That sounds
Hair flesh.
hair flesh sounds gross.
Hair flesh just
There's a
sounds like
term.
another term for fucking dandruff.
Navarro waits patiently, and seeing you finally approach, turns around and starts gallivanting deeper into the forest.
What manner of creature are you, Mr. Navarro? Mrs. Navarro? What,
I am Navarro.
Navarro, what sort of creature are you?
Most people refer to me as a pale one.
Oh, that's like the Whispering Cave, basically.
Oh no, that's just evil.
Well, you're not evil.
Oh no.
I thought everything in this land was evil.
Do we know what a
No.
pale one is?
Well, it's something that's pale.
Let's see. Maybe make presents. Do
Okay.
presents for me.
I'm getting so many presents rolls. Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, one.
Oh no! It's a 5 + 1 6.
Neither of you have heard of a pale one.
I've never heard of a pale one before.
I don't know
Before
what that
when?
is, but it sounds intriguing.
Navarro. Did anyone else check that?
Feels like you should
Other-
perhaps go out in the sun more often.
10.
Are there more of you?
Navarro does not think so,
Interesting.
but Navarro could be wrong. Navarro thinks that people refer to Navarro as the pale one because of how Navarro looks. Navarro is pale.
You have a
Is
gift for
their
stating the
name?
obvious.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Oh, I was gonna say, is their name Nevaru?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Are you wearing a kilt?
Yes. Or skirt.
It looks like a kilt. Very good choice. Are you wearing something underneath? If you are, you should take it off. You'll find it much more comfortable.
Navarro grabs the hem and lifts it up, and there's not much there. Not what you were expecting. And then drops it.
No, it's good. You don't want to be wearing anything extra under the kilt. It gets insufferably warm.
Huh.
Does Ulver not wear anything underneath Ulver's kilt?
I am not wearing a kilt. I am, in fact, wearing some small clothes of the finest silk. I
Is it-
enjoy the feel of it against.
Is it warm and
So much information we did not
Too
need.
much information. Too much information.
When
Well-
one is carefully groomed and shorn, the silkiness of the small clothes make this sweet, sweet rustling sound as you
very
walk.
well? Navarro doesn't know what Ulver is speaking about, but Navarro isn't interested. Navarro is going to go to the cabin.
Paulban's gonna catch up with Navarro, their new best friend.
And you go skipping. Navarro tells you as you're moving along. When Navarro met Framsta, Framsta had other friends, and one of them was named Verkin. And when Navarro first met Verkin utterly slashed Navarro wickedly. Look,
Oh.
and this scar that you see upon Navarro's chest went clear through bone.
Oh.
Ooh.
How terrible.
But Navarro had one of those drinks that you made today, and it helped.
The Vitalis.
Vitalis.
I see.
Yes.
I shall have to make sure I keep it on hand in case we need it.
Yes, Navarro can do what you do, but Navarro can only do a little bit each day. That's why I liked your building.
Well, perhaps we can work together in the future after this.
That is what Navarro has always wanted to hear.
Excellent.
Belbin, you are Navarro's best friend of the friends.
I agree. I much prefer you to other humans.
I see why.
They're just kind of trotting along.
Yeah.
with the goo dog running behind them.
Just having the best day.
I'm gonna draw them frolicking through a field. I'm so here for it.
Navarro's like having the best life. Best life of Navarro. After leaving the crypt behind, you venture toward the southern end of the woods, and the dimmer grund is beyond.
Oh, okay.
Some distance in, however, the mist. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Yes, the mist clears, and the forest becomes almost serene. Sunlight streams in, and between the trees you spy a moss-covered cottage, and beyond that, the shimmering waters of a lake.
This is shaping up to be far easier than I was expecting, based on the last prophecy nonsense we got wrapped up in.
That's because we are doing a thing called a one-shot. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Only getting one shot in this life.
Navarro says, cottage.
Does it look like there's anyone home?
What would you be looking for?
Maybe
in particular.
Little wisps of smoke coming out of a chimney, maybe movement in a window if there are any.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a presence check on that.
Oh,
Sorry, I couldn't resist the fourth wall break there.
8.
There's nothing obvious. You do not see any activity. You do not see any motion in the windows, and there's certainly no chimney smoke. And there are no animals outside, no mule or donkey or anything.
All right, well, are we gonna go look for the dying man in this place?
You're the governor. You give us the orders and we follow them.
All right, you go in first. How about that? How's that for an order?
Very well. Take my shield off my back, my spear. Talio.
All right. You alone, or is anyone else going in as well?
I'm probably going alone, but it's fine.
If other people go, Felbun will make sure that they are the last person to go in.
Rumser will go behind Ulvar, just like it's trying to mess with him at this point and be like, yeah, you go first. It's fine.
Oh, there in the cottage. Show yourself.
Do you say that from outside the cottage, or do you go in?
No, I say that from outside the cottage. You don't go in somewhere unless you're invited. Come on.
Sure.
It's just rude.
God, if I'd known you were going to do this, I would have gone in myself. Now they know we're here.
Who's they? There's no one here.
I mean, there should be someone dying inside is what we should
Well, if they're
finding.
dying, they're not much of a problem to us now, are they, sir?
Well, then why are you asking them to, like, talk to you? Because they're probably dying.
But if they're dying, I'm sure they can call out. And if they don't, then, you know...
How about you quit squabbling and open the fucking door?
Oh. Patience is a virtue, you know.
There is no response.
I'll go to the door. Kick it open.
Boom.
Sparta kicked the door.
Ahoy in here, stand and deliver.
Inside the cottage, light streams through the doorway, illuminating an otherwise dim interior. A simple abode with a small stove, fireplace, table, and chair. A bed of moss rests on the floor against the back wall, and atop that, the body of a man seemingly at rest.
Bingo.
Is he dying?
I walk up. I
I'll
walk
check.
up to the body.
Okay. Felbin, you stand over the body. Now, all the racket, all the calling
Mm-hmm.
does not appear to have disturbed this person.
Are they
Is
breathing?
he dead already?
If you check, it's not hard to tell that they do not appear to be alive.
Too late.
Are we certain that they need to be dying and not dead? Because if they need to be dead, then Eureka.
Can I like touch their forehead or something to see if they're still warm?
Yeah. Actually, there is a bit of remnant warmth there. There's no rigor.
What are the odds of me pounding on his chest and kind of waking him up a little bit? Just keeping, like, get his heart going a little bit.
Yes.
Give it a
What do I
shot.
need to roll for that?
Give
Wake
us,
him
uh,
up.
Give us a strength.
Strength?
Wake him up
Okay.
just in time to rob him.
All right, I'm going to try a different die because this other
I love
die
it.
has been mean to me now.
Don't wake him up too much, though. We
Oh,
do need him to be dying.
17 plus 1, 18.
You might have
wallop
killed
him in
him.
the chest, like right in the sternum. Boof. And
Yep.
the body kind of actually flexes a little bit, but then returns to stasis.
Birdie, perhaps you should feed it some of your potion from earlier. That fixed Veruna there, or Ravu, or Navu, or Navarro.
Absolutely not. It will revive him completely, and it'll be a waste of a potion.
Well,
Carva's
we'll
just
revive him completely and we'll
taking moss.
semi-kill him.
Pulling moss right now.
Carver starts pulling moss.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pull some moss as well.
Does he
As
have a
the
nice
two of
head
you-
of hair?
It's white,
Oh, perfect.
but it's pretty long.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna take a couple clippings.
Okay, you start pulling moss, and Felbin starts pulling moss, and you also snip a clip of hair. And all about that same time, the eyes pop open.
Oh.
What the?
And I think here we'll take our break real quick.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
We're close enough.
Nice.
Just a quick one.
All
All
right.
right. And then we'll come back and find out what is up with the open eyes.
Ooh,
Perfect.
spooky.
We'll see y'all in just a couple minutes. We are back.
Yeah. All right. Let us return to the mossy bed of a dead man, a dying man. As you went in and Felbin and Carva started harvesting some of that moss, and Carva clipped a little bit of hair. The eyes popped open, kind of all in that mix. And the man on the bed says, "Sly skulks, are ye? Since that day the world shook and plague swept this land, I have suffered in death's grasp. And do ye know who cast such a pall upon my good self and countless others besides?
I don't think we care. Are you dying? That's what...
Oh, the figure raises an arm and points at Carva and Fromsta.
Ah!
Thee! 'Twas not until the moment ye gazed upon my ramshackle domicile that I did at last fall away from this mortal coil. Yet here ye be again, disrupting the sanctity of a poor lone hermit who could do aught but suffer at the edge of death, neither starving though I had nothing to eat, nor thirsting despite lacking the strength to lift my cup. What have ye to say for thyself?"
Can I stab him with
Sure.
my scissors to shut him up?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just
Give him a jab.
instinctively just stab
Violence.
Don't
Roll it.
totally kill him.
him. That's plus strength, so that's going to be 18.
Oh yeah, no problem. You whack him good with those. What's the damage?
Scissors. Do I add anything, or is it just a straight roll for damage? I can't remember.
Straight rolling damage.
4.
Okay. You one of the blades penetrates into the shoulder, blood wells up, you see a bit of dislocation in the joint, and they're laying there, and they haven't sat up or anything. When you stab them in the shoulder and the eyes just roll over towards that shoulder, that's what ye have to say.
Shit, he still talks.
I suppose he's immortal.
You know this bag of bones then?
No, never seen this person before in our lives. Well, my
Nay.
life.
Old Vector ought not to blame thee, but I do. Well, take what ye will, and a piece more of my own damned courtesy. And with that, his eyes grow wide and his mouth opens as if he might scream, though no scream emits. Instead, a black
no.
swarm of biting flies erupts from the dark throat
Ah!
and fills the inner hovel. I need you all to roll initiative. I need one of you to roll initiative.
Oh, initiative.
It's a D6.
D6.
Rolling for the group.
Okay, I'll volunteer.
Do
All
it.
right.
I have my dice already in my hand.
Don't fuck it up.
That's a 6.
Hey, all right. You all get to go first as these flies fill this room.
Carva's
Okay.
running out the door. Just out of there.
Carve is out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out. I don't want to
right.
get bit by these things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna,
You should be
Oppose
a
the will
hero,
of the-
Oliver. Be a hero. As he's running.
stuff it, weirdo. No,
I've got two of you out of the room. Over, were you heading out? Is that what you were saying?
yeah, I'm jumping out also.
Bronsta?
What tarnation?
I mean, did we have? We already have the moss, right? But do we all need moss?
Yes.
Fransta's gonna like dive and grab some of the moss
All right.
while
You
like swinging her femur
All right.
that she uses as her weapon, like just above her head while she does it to try to like beat the flies away.
Okay. Very well. So I will give you your action to collect the moss or your action to swat the flies as an actual outcome.
We'll go with the collect the moss for my actual action.
Okay, you got it. And the rest of you DD'd out of there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Slipped
I
out
got
of
my moss already before that happened, so
there. Mhm.
I'm good.
Yep.
I'm Gucci.
Carva and Felbin have their moss. Fromsta's grabbing moss. Ulver has slipped back out of the cabin. Now, Fromsta being the only one inside at the moment, I need you to roll your defense, please.
Shit.
And what's defense?
It is your agility modifier plus
Okay.
d20.
Oh, jeez.
Can I close
Glad
the
I
door on
didn't
my way
stay.
out?
Oh,
Sure.
shit.
Absolutely can if you're serious.
Damn.
So that is a 14. Does my armor factor in at all? Or no, because it's flies?
It doesn't. The armor factor doesn't, but that is good enough that you do not get bitten as you collect the moss and you can slip out of the cottage. However, the door is shut, apparently.
Damn.
Because the door is shut and it has consequences, make a second
Oh,
defense
shit.
roll.
Sorry, Rouge.
Fine, that's an 18.
Okay,
You're gonna
you're
have to deal with me now, motherfucker.
you rip open the door. Everybody else is outside. And as you come out, the swarm comes with.
No.
So now you're in a more open environment. You're running around this camp now.
Why did you open that door?
I need the other three of you to make your defense rolls. Fromsta, you get a pass on this one.
Okay. D20 plus
agility.
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 11.
Okay.
Oh no. 5.
12.
Well,
No.
that you have to beat it. So all three of you start getting bit by these flies. You each take 1 hit point of damage,
Oh,
and I
shit.
need you to make a toughness test.
Oh
Okay.
my god, these dice are going in jail.
Toughness. I
11.
have good toughness.
11 for Carva,
17.
17 for Olva,
22.
Ooh,
and 22.
shit.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
Olver and Felbin are fine. Carva,
Oh,
you
fuck.
are sickened.
Perfect.
Roll a d4 for me.
Oh, sure. Now I roll good. A 4.
No.
For the next 4 hours, your tests are made at DR14. All of them.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
fuck. Okay.
Now keep in mind, if there's anything that modifies that, you'll modify from 14.
That's my
instead
new
of from
base.
12.
That's my
That's
new
your new
base. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I'm
All
not
right.
feeling so good.
Now we go back to the top of the order because these things are still swarming around.
Oh no.
The interesting thing about Mörk Borg is there's no hard set who goes first kind of thing. So
Oh.
as we did last time, you can either announce what order you want to go in. I don't know if agility modifiers can play some role in that. Philbin, you have a good agility modifier?
No, my agility is +0.
Oh, okay. Who has?
Yeah,
anybody
no,
have
my good one is
+2?
toughness.
Philbin's +2. Over, what is yours?
0.
0. And Fromsta?
1.
Okay, so we'll go Carva, Fromsta, and then who wants to go next between Felbin and Olver? Any preference?
I can go.
And then so Olver, you'll bring up the rear. Carva.
As Carva's running out the door, is there there's a lake, right? It's a cabin on a lake, house on a lake kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a dock?
It's not that big of a lake.
Okay.
It's just sort of like ground to shore to water.
Okay. He's going to run towards the water and he's going to jump into the water and hold his breath underneath the water to get away from the flies.
Okay. All right. Good enough. No need to check on that. You run and jump in the water and swim beneath the surface.
Cannonball!
Part of the swarm follows you out there, swirls around the top of the water, and then returns to the rest of the swarm. That takes us to Fromsta.
So I have a magnesium strip as part of my equipment.
Uh-huh.
I would like to set it on fire and hurl it at the swarm of flies.
Okay, so you're going to be like, spark it on fire and fling it into the...
Either that or I light one end of it and just sort of whip it around.
Wave it
my
around.
head.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll work as well. All right, so
Yeah.
you light it on fire. As it starts to burn, it burns fast. As it's burning, however, it's like a sparkler kind of. And you light it and start swirling it around. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
What do I use for attack?
Strength.
Cool.
Modifier.
That is going to be a 17.
Sweet. Yeah, you slam into the swarm. Roll your damage, which I assume is going to be a D4.
Yeah, since it's the magnesium strip, I'm guessing it's not going to be.
We'll give it D4 +1 just because it's fire.
Cool.
Woohoo!
It's going to be 2
Awesome.
altogether.
2. Okay.
Yeah. What a roll.
Okay, so you start batting into the swarm. Most of the swarm parts around the thing, but you bat some of the flies out of the air. Some of them stick to the strip, and it keeps on burning. We'll say you get 2 rounds. So you get another round out of that strip as it's burning. And that takes us to Felbin.
I can I assume that because I have equipment and materials for making drugs, that I have something that I can use to set my sword on fire?
Well, the question is, do you have anything prepared to set your sword on fire?
Shit. No.
So we'll assume you could, but you don't.
Damn it. Okay. I only have the short sword readily available on me, so I'm just gonna swing it.
Okay,
Why?
yeah. Swing at him.
What do I roll for
Strength-
that?
strength modifier D20?
Strength. Okay.
A giant fly swatter.
That's a nat 20 plus 121.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Well,
Beep, beep, beep,
so
beep.
that's double damage.
Yes.
So you get to
Okay.
roll your damage.
It's D4 for so do I just roll 2D4s?
2d4, yep.
Understood. My God, if only I could pick them up. I just cut my nails and I can't pick up anything. All right. Oh no, that's double ones too.
Oh, that figures. A short sword's
Those
only a D4.
D4s, they're devious.
They are devious little D4s.
I'm surprised that a short sword's that weak. I guess maybe because it's short.
Maybe.
Short-
I don't
no,
know.
Spear does D6, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. A regular sword does D6. Okay.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
damage die in this system are not generous.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Okay, so you're swinging around. You kind of windshield a couple of them on the blade.
Yeah.
But they're just
It makes sense that I'm not doing a lot of damage. I'm swinging a sword at a swarm of flies, so
swarm
you know.
flies. Yep, yep. It's a little bit effective. That takes us then to Over.
So I'm finishing tucking my shirt inside my pants, and then I draw my foulard from earlier, and I make an ascot out of it. And my hands trembling a little bit, but I quickly make a very fancy looking ascot. And then I would like to. I have in my bag a toolbox, which amongst other things says there's a drill. Could I conceivably grab that and try to start a fire by grabbing like some branches or wood or whatever's on the ground and kind of using it as a kind of thing? Like
Yeah,
instead of the drill bit, I'll put like, a branch in it, and then I'll like rub it on another branch and try to get some.
So there's stacked firewood and kindling already there.
I'm all over it.
All right, you go to work on making a fire. So go ahead and make a, I believe that's probably just a presence as well.
All right.
Make your fire. That will be your action.
Yep. 17.
All right, there you go. You start getting a fire going. The smoke starts to rise. These flies all over you. Now we go to
Scott's
defense. Carva, I'm going to give you... Carva, roll a d4 for me, and let's see how long you can hold your breath. That's going to be a toughness, and don't forget that your DR is 14.
Am I rolling a D4 you said, or a D20?
My bad. D4. Just give me a D4.
I rolled a 3.
3. Okay, so you can hold your breath for 3 rounds before you need to surface.
Okay.
So you are exempt from making the defense rolls this round and the next 2. That will take us then to Fromsta. I need you to make your defense roll, please. Fromsta. I think you're muted too. Just
Yes, I was. I live just down the street from a fire station, so
Okay.
periodically we
Same.
get
it's good timing.
people go by. And so I muted myself in case it was getting picked up, but because I could hear it loud as day where I am. But
I think it's
so
just
that
the
is-
flies.
It's just the flies. So that is going to be an 11 to my defense.
Uh-oh. You take 1 hit point, and I need you to make a toughness.
We're gonna die to some bugs, you guys.
Yep.
You know, stuff happens.
You are.
True.
Shit. That is going to be a 10 on my toughness.
You are
Sickened.
sickened. Roll a
Sickened.
d4. Mm-hmm.
1
Okay.
coming
for
in handy
1
for once,
hour.
D4.
For the next hour, your DR is 14. Felbin, defense roll. And Ulver, you can get ready to make your defense roll as well.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Oh,
It's
I'm making
just-
a thing as well. Okay.
Actually, yeah, we can do these simultaneously because you know that if you fail, what happens at this point?
It's D20 plus toughness, you had said before.
Agility.
Agility.
Oh, agility. Oh, no, that's a 6.
Uh-oh. 1 hit point and make a toughness.
I got a
test.
9.
That is 1 hit point
Oh,
and make a
no.
toughness
The
test.
flies are winning.
Toughness.
They
toughness,
are.
Toughness.
A 17, 19 toughness test.
Toughness is
17.
16.
You're both good. You are not sickened.
I'm okay. I have 11.
We go to the top of the order. Carva, you are staying underneath.
No, I'm gonna pop up to
Okay.
see. Are there still a lot of flies? I see my friends being attacked, swarmed.
You see your friends being attacked. You are not currently under duress where you're at.
Okay. But there's a lot of flies still.
They're still being swarmed.
Okay. And there's a fire burning.
There is a fire coming together at
Oh.
Felbin Station.
All right, so Carva's gonna run out of the water, run up the beach to the fire, pull a piece of wood out, and I happen to have in my inventory some exquisite perfume. I have no idea where this came from. And he's gonna pull it out and he's gonna hold up the burning branch and he's gonna squirt the perfume and create like a flamethrower effect.
Nice.
Try to burn some of the, I guess whoever's closest, Felbin, burn
Yes.
off some of the flies.
Okay, I like that. Yeah,
Excellent.
we'll give that also a +1 on
Okay.
the damage, D4 +1, but you'll have to roll to hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, that is a 17.
Beauty. All right, 17 will
that-
do it.
And it's a D4, you
Mhm.
said?
D4 +1.
Hey, 5.
5. Okay. All
Yay.
right. So you run in there and you just and it's and it actually really disperses the swarm. The flies that are left start to just wander off and buzz off into the air, and a number of them fall to the ground scorched, but you have successfully driven off the swarm.
I'm going to gather up some of the dead flies
Mhm.
and just
Eat them.
pop a couple.
Do they
for-
taste like perfume?
like flowers? Yes. They're quite good.
A bit earthy and a bit
Mhm.
fragrant. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Can I take this moment to prepare some of my materials so that I can set things on fire more easily moving forward?
Nice.
All right. You want to make a sort of flammable liquid.
Yeah, something I can either put on a sword or throw at somebody. You know, those
And
kinds of things. I'm sure my lab has equipment I could take from to allow me to set shit on fire because I am pyromaniac. So, you know.
And you're limited to a number of times a day, right?
It says I'm limited to a number of times a day I can brew decoctions.
This will count because you're going to use your kit.
Damn it!
How
I
many
just
do you
want to
have?
set stuff on fire, Ty. It's all I want.
I have no
That's
problem with
legit.
that.
I
Um,
turn to Carva and I go, could I use that perfume?
Of course. Of course. He gives himself a little squirt and then hands it to you.
Oh, thank you very much. And I tuck it away.
Oh,
I'm
you
excellent. I'm excellent with fire.
So you made 2 which is your total for the day.
Yeah.
You have powers, right?
I don't.
Can you not use them, or did you not roll for them?
I don't think I have powers.
If it specifically says you do not have powers, then you might not because of your class.
Doesn't say I have powers or don't have powers on the sheet. I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Powers are just the ability to use scrolls.
I have a scroll that
Mhm.
came with my equipment by default.
So each
Don't
day
forget
you
everyone has-
roll
You roll
This-
presence plus
D4.
your presence modifier. D4 plus your presence modifier.
Yep. To see how many times you can use the scroll.
Don't forget you each have D2
Oh.
or you have omens as well.
Omens.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I have 2.
As
Great,
I have 2
okay.
as well.
Yeah, those allow you to change certain outcomes as well.
Ooh, okay. I think I forgot to ask you about what omens are and what they do when we had our session 0.
Omens,
Yeah, no, it's the first I hear about omens. So
Yeah.
omens. Let me find them. If anybody knows the page to help.
I'm looking for it myself here.
Broadsword in chat's got the right idea. Build a man of fire and he is warm for one night. Set yourself on fire and you're warm for the rest of your life. Excellent.
Your omens are on page 38.
Page 38. Okay.
Yeah, they allow you to deal maximum damage with 1 attack or re-roll a dice roll, or yours or someone else's, lower damage dealt to you by d6, neutralize a crit or fumble, or lower 1 test's DR by -4. And you can do those. You can choose from those the number of omens that you have, number of times per omen. I don't think anybody will have more than 2 though.
It's D2.
do you
I
have
think
to
you
say
get
ahead
each
of
day.
time what they are? Or?
Nope, you can use them when you need them.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I see. You choose. You don't roll to see which effect you get. You choose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna keep that page up in the background.
So anyway, my
Right.
point about the
Yes.
my point about the I've got omen stuck in my head. The
The perfume.
Roll.
Me
powers.
setting powers, yes.
If you want to use one of your powers to make the fire thing, since you don't have any more concoction uses, you can
Yes.
do that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
mark off your power and you can use it to make your fire
Yes.
potion.
How do I know how much power I have? Do I
It's
just say I have 2
presence-
because it's in presence?
Presence modifier plus d4.
Okay. Presence is a 1. Let me roll d4. That's a 4 plus 1, 5.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
You spend 1, but you still have 4.
Our GM of Deeth has a bit of a soft spot for flaming weapons, I think.
Mhm.
I didn't realize it, but there you go.
I'm going to finish putting on my monocle, and I now have a nice little flower in my pocket here, looking fancier by the hour.
So
Where'd you get that from?
we just needed to collect the moss while the man was dying, right? It's fine if he's dead before we use the moss.
Put it in your hair.
Navarro says, I would say that at some point the man was dying while sleeping on the bed.
Cool. Frumps is gonna march back into the cottage, and if he's not already dead, she's gonna kill him.
I'm gonna run inside and grab some moss before she does.
You both go to the door frame together and you go boom boom. And then Fromsta pushes in forward and then
I say, don't be so rude, and I kind of elbow Fromsta in the face and just try to move in.
arriving
Frumsta wipes more blood off her face and just rubs it on the back of his coat.
Oh,
As he
God.
walks past her.
I love this.
when you
Exactly.
both arrive at the moss bed, Oliver, you grab Moss, and Fromsta, the body's lying there with the eyes open and the mouth open, and they're clearly dead again.
You know what? He fooled us once before, and she's just gonna grab his head and
Maybe you need
Do
to
it.
kiss him.
Do it.
Usually in the stories, you kiss the one that is asleep, and then they wake up from whatever.
I
curse
don't
they-
want him to be awake. I want him to be dead. And she's just gonna take her femur and like hit him in the face.
But how? Oh, are you going to? Oh, kill him if he's already
You-
dead.
Is it like
You
a
bash-
non-stop hitting or just
Yeah.
a one-time
I'm
bash?
making sure.
It's pretty gruesome, but there's no
Yes.
response in the corpse. So you
Cool.
managed to bash the skull in pretty handily,
Oh, shit.
and suffer no further swarms or wisecracks from the body.
Governor, you have some anger management issues, correct?
You just hear from behind you.
My
Clap.
question is whether or not Fromsta takes a trophy off this one.
I already was thinking, like, what body part of his do I want to keep?
A toenail. Take the toenail!
Ugh. No. I have taste.
A tooth? Pick a tooth or a tongue.
Well, that's the funniest thing you've said all day. Taste.
Above table question, is Ulver just slowly turning into a fucking clown? She have like a flower now? And like all these things?
Fine silk.
So
Oh, jeez.
one of my things is stress response is aesthetic display. The worse things gets, the fancier you need to be.
Love it.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Ramsta, what do you take?
I like the tooth suggestion. So gonna just like, now that she's bashed his face in, there's probably a couple loose ones lying around.
Not difficult.
So.
Yep. Not difficult.
Just gonna grab
Like
like
some-
a small handful and stick it in a pocket to make it into a
Alright.
necklace later.
Perfect.
That's
When
quite
they're
disgusting.
all done, can I set the house on fire?
Why not?
Hell yeah. Okay, I do that.
What if some
I'll
poor
take-
soul needs moss from a dying man some other day?
He's already dead. It's too late for them.
What she said.
Ty,
Yes,
as the house is burning in the background, Carva is taking all of the hairs that he has collected over time, and he weaves them together. He's weaving them into, if anybody looked, they would see maybe some sort of a rope that he's weaving.
Okay.
Oh.
I like this weird competition that's going on between everybody of like, what's the weirdest thing
How creepy can we
we
be?
can take off of the people we're meeting and killing?
Carva's a barba.
I'm the
Who's
only.
gonna have the coolest craft at the end of this session?
I think Felban's the only one who's not collecting body parts.
I'm not collecting anything.
Oh, also, yeah, that too.
Definitely need
Just
to have
fashion
an
sense.
epilogue
No, you're just
where we
collecting fucking
compare.
clown
Qualify
shoes
as a
in the
body
background.
part, to be fair.
Look,
Clown
our
shoes, I'm
third
waiting for
Mörk
it.
Borg game is going to be crafting. We're just crafting the whole time.
All the crap you collected from people's
Yeah.
corpses.
Fishing, crafting, just all of the side skill
Mhm.
stuff that everyone ignores in
Navarro will be doing a puzzle.
The
When
thing
you
about-
ran out and the swarm was attacking, by the way, no one noticed Navarro anywhere.
Yeah, because Navarro always disappears as soon as the fight starts. This is why I don't like Navarro.
Navarro is not dumb. Navarro is not evil. Navarro is not dumb. Navarro is not dead, Framsta. We
You just-
talked about some of these things.
Walk us
Navarro,
towards a
welcome
fight
back.
and then run away. You're a coward, is what you are.
Thank you,
Woohoo.
Philbin.
I
Perhaps it
think
can't
they're
hurt
just
Navarro's
practical.
feelings. Very. Sensible. Navarro, look at Navarro. Navarro is very skinny and frail.
You do have a certain ascetic aesthetic about you. I could
They
see how some people might be intrigued by this, might be attracted to it. In fact, there is certainly a certain je ne sais quoi about seeing the bones
Well,
just underneath the flesh, just
well,
showing through.
well. Navarro takes the
Paper
hem
things.
of the kilt and curtsies.
Oh, that's very nice, but you don't need to curtsy to me. I'm not the queen yet.
I thought that was what you people do.
No,
It is what people do, but you don't have to.
Well, it
Let
was
me
a
teach
compliment, and it was the first one I've heard from over.
Let me teach you some manners. Where are we heading next? Do I have time to inculcate
No,
some manners into
Dimogrund.
us? That sounds like a absolutely horrible place.
Just put the fucking moss on your head and let's move on.
I'd rather wait till the
I
last
say,
possible
putting the
minute.
moss on my head.
All right.
I'd rather wait till the
Crazy.
last possible minute. My hair is very sensitive.
The
to
last possible
foreign
minute is
bodies.
right now.
No, it is not. We still have to travel, don't we?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you hadn't paid attention to anything that was said, so what do you know?
Cut his head off.
I would like to do that, actually.
Birdie, the sheer tonnage of what I know that you do not would stun a team of oxen.
Why don't you enlighten me then? Or are you only full of hot air?
Well, I do agree that it is the duty of the upper class to guide the lower classes.
You're not upper class.
Ooh.
I'm. Excuse me.
Navarro
Prove
says,
it.
well, this is as far as I know where everyone needs to go. The Dimmergrund, though, I think we all know where that is.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I'll follow
That
the
way.
governor.
Navarro, you're leaving
That's-
now?
Oh, no. Do you want me to?
No, of course not.
Good.
No, the Blood Maiden is leading us.
No, I have no reason to leave. I found friends.
Excellent.
You'll just leave as soon as anything fighting starts again.
Did you say as soon as farting starts again?
Any of
Yes,
that.
Well, if you
fighting
start
and
farting, I'm
starts
leaving also.
Just like I condensed
Fart.
it into one word. Which
Very
I was just
efficient,
gonna
Rouge.
move past
Very
that, but
efficient.
that's fine.
If
No,
you
we're gonna
start
call you
farting, I'm
out.
leaving also. Just a warning.
Frankly, any of it. Any of it. Navarro does not need to put up with any of that.
Honestly,
You're right, Navarro.
probably Fromson is probably the sort to just be like farting with reckless abandon as they're walking. He doesn't care.
There's blood, there's mud, there's body parts, there's
And now
been no
farting.
bath. There's,
Farting. Who cares?
it's
I
just
find, Navarro, that you have a very sensitive soul. I'll walk with you, perhaps, and we can discourse further on the proper etiquette of how
Very
to
well.
greet others of station slightly above ours, of course.
well. Navarro gives you their arm.
Carva just turns to Felban and Fromston is just like, we'll kill them both when we're done, yes?
No, I like the weird one. I like Navarro.
Which one? They're both
Navarro.
terribly weird.
Navarro.
Navarro-
I'm fine with killing Ulver, though. They've done nothing useful this whole time.
I completely agree. We should
Great.
get rid of
Well,
him.
then it's settled.
Excellent. I wasn't sure about you two at first, but you are actually useful, so I appreciate it.
Can I ask you one question, though, Felban?
Sure. I cannot promise an answer, however.
Is it true what you said? That you have no hair to cut?
None.
Completely bald.
Completely bald.
Head to toe.
Head to toe.
Not a hair on your
Not
body.
a one.
God damn it.
There's this wonderful place called Brazil.
I detest the idea of it.
Navarro does not have hair either.
He must be Brazilian.
I am Brazilian, if that's what it is.
You are.
Well, you're
Then
certainly
Soviet.
waxing poetic now.
Wonderful.
Hey.
Hey.
Having collected the moss and escaped the
Thank
hovel,
you.
you proceed through the southern edge of the Galgan Woods and onto the Dimmergrund Plains. Here the mists return, though not so dense as to be impenetrable. The light is different, though. Not quite as bright, as if the sky itself is oppressed. Few homesteads exist here, and most of those are abandoned. Those that King Fatmu and his minions didn't bully off succumbed to perhaps worse unknown fates. The few that remain are best left alone, for none that reside out here are to be trifled with. And as you wander out onto the plain, even Navarro starts to get a bit fidgety. Is it truly necessary to proceed? Navarro prefers the shelter of the woods. A pair of ravens land nearby, pacing through the low grasses and picking at the earth. Somewhere ahead, Jotna advances toward Galgenbeck. And as you proceed over the field, I need everyone to make a presence check, please. Presence test.
Presents. I'm gonna try this old dice again, see if it
5.
betrays me. Yep. 9.
If we use a gnomon, do we have to declare it before we roll?
No, you can declare it when you need it. I saw a 4, a 5, what
9.
else? 9,
Put up 14.
14. Everyone else's over everyone else is actually the ones doing the talking. And you, and seemingly only you, begin to hear a sound of distant droning. You pick up the
Sorry, who are
faint
you
sound of
addressing?
droning
I'm sorry, who are you addressing?
over, as if a
Okay.
swarm of massive insects hovers in the distance.
Oh no, the fucking flies are back again.
What are you
Shit.
talking about? There's no flies here.
Rid of your fire. Yes, can't you hear them buzzing? They're all over the place.
How can we
Yonder,
hear
over
anything
there.
buzzing when you don't stop yapping all the time?
Well, it's perhaps the noise between your ears, the sound of the wind rushing through one and out the other that is disturbing you.
I see.
Navarro hears. Listen.
Over yonder, yeah, there's this loud buzzing noise, like those damnable flies are back.
And as
We
you
need a
all give a
fire.
listen, there is a distant droning, but it's distant. Make another presence check, everyone.
Everyone.
I guess it's a test.
Not using this D20 anymore today.
17.
Kai, is it safe to assume that my base is still 14?
Yes.
Yep. No, I failed.
That's going to be a 19 this time. Ah, yeah.
14.
Okay. Everyone except Carva.
Oh no.
Through the mist ahead, you spy two figures loping in your direction. They appear human,
Open.
but as they close the distance, the sound of rabid snarling reaches your ears, and you are set upon by fearsome Zakuma, one male and one female, each wielding a heavy mace. Their eyes stream green mucus, and their lips are dry and blackened. And if we can go to the battle map, please.
Zucchini's
Battle
attacking
map.
us.
Battle map.
Battle.
Battle map.
Being attacked by zucchinis.
Zucchinis.
All
I
right,
say,
Kai, there you go, buddy.
Are
Thank
Zakuma
you.
like zombies?
No, they're more like berserkers.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, I need someone to roll initiative for the group.
Mandy did great last time.
Okay. It's a 5.
Okay, you all get to go first.
Yeah.
So let's go with the same order, beginning with Carva.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I will allow Ulver and Felbin to swap if you want to. The other two will go in order.
I'm gonna use a power. I'm gonna try to cast a scroll on the one that's closest. I'm gonna use the Tongue of Eris to try to cause a massive amount of confusion.
All right, that is a presence test.
Okay.
For you, it's a
I need a different
D14.
die. You know what? I'm going to use one of my omens on this, and I'm going to
Reduce the modifier.
reduce the modifier by 4, or the test by 4.
So you're a DR10 on that.
Okay, here we go. I just rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Hey,
very nice.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, so you are doing. Which one is it again?
This guy right here with the yellow.
No, which?
Oh, sorry. It's the Tongue of Eris. So it causes a disorientation for a total of, where is it? A total of 10 minutes. They are confused.
Oof.
10 minutes is hardcore.
Okay.
That's a badass scroll.
Yeah. Do you target the man or the woman?
With this one here, that's closest.
Okay. See if I can. Well, let's see. Let's not be sexist about it. We'll put her in the front. Okay. So the lady, the female one, is confused. We'll determine what that means when we come to them. And it is that it for Carva?
Yeah, that, and then Carva is going to sort of peel off in a sort of a oblique direction to kind of get away from the group.
Okay. And Framsta.
If I'm able to, what Fromstar would like to do is charge up to that person in the front, I guess the woman,
Mhm.
and just try to wallop her across the face with my femur.
Very well. So don't forget your tests are 14, but there is a slight modifier in your favor in this instance. Let me verify that. I'm going to reduce your DR to 12, but actually I think it's even better than that.
Music provided by Carl Casey.
Okay, so your tests are 14. Their DR is already 10. It would be 12 for you, but I'm going to reduce it to even. So you are fighting against them at a DR 10 because they are not defensive
As
their
in
posture at all.
10 is the target number I need
10
to
is
hit?
the target. Yeah, you need to
Okay.
beat. You need to beat it.
Beat it. Got it. That is going to be a 19.
Perfect. Okay,
Ooh.
you hit. Of course, roll damage.
Cool. Unfortunately, the femur is not the most impressive of weapons, so that is going to be a 4, though. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you.
I assume it's because she's so confused. You know, I got a real solid
part
hit
of it.
in.
That's part of it. However, you get the sense when you impact with that femur that there's a bit of toughness to the hide. Nonetheless,
Like that she's wearing,
it's not that she's wearing it. They're not wearing
or
a
like
lot.
her actual like
Physical
got it
form. Yeah. Yeah.
respect.
Totally. All right. Then it goes to, okay, who's going to go next? Philbin or Ulver?
I think I was next in the original one if we're going by the same as before.
Yeah, I was suggesting you could switch if you wanted to because
okay.
you don't have modifiers, but nope, go for it.
Ulver, did you want to go first or?
No, go for it.
Go for it.
It's all good.
Okay. I am going to. Oh God. I'm gonna run up, I guess, to the one in the front. So I'll be next to Fromsta, probably like here.
Okay.
And can I set my sword on fire while I'm doing that? So I just really like fire. Okay.
Yes, give me a presence check. If you succeed, you can set it on fire and get your attack. If you fail it, you can set it on fire only.
That is 12. Is that good enough or no?
No.
Damn.
Because
okay.
your target would be 12.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to try and do that, or do you want to just strike?
I'll just strike.
Okay. You are shooting for a DR of 8.
Okay. Wait, so for attacking, I don't roll a d20, or no, I do?
Yes, you roll a d20 plus your strength
up.
modifier.
Okay. Oh no, I rolled really bad. Can I use an omen?
Yes, you can if you have enough. If you have one left, which you should.
I have 2. I would like to use one because that was a crit. That was a crit fail.
All right, you can re-roll
so I'd like to re-roll that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not that much better. 3.
3. Well.
Right? Was it agility or wait? What was it again?
Strength.
Yeah, 3. It's 3.
Okay.
Total.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the better roll?
Yeah. The first one was a 1 and the second roll was a 2.
Swings.
You do that thing where you start to swing, you're like, whoa, no, and then you reset, and then you almost lose grip of your weapon.
Oh no, I wasted an omen on that.
Over.
How far can I move, or does it not matter?
You can move. Once you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could definitely close the space to either target.
Okay. So as we come to me, and I'm pulling on these very, very fancy white gloves, and you didn't see it, but while this was going on, I was waxing my mustache under the mask. I will move ahead very imperiously stand there, apply myself with my shield and my spear, and say, "Lay on, Macduff, and cursed be he who first yells enough."
Beautiful.
And then I'll spear him.
Okay.
So pretentious,
Yeah, I know.
even in battle.
You know, whoa, 18?
Nice. That's a hit.
And this is the D6 for the spear plus my strength bonus. Is that it?
No, it's just the
Just
damage
straight up
is just
spear?
the spear. Yeah. Pretty sure that's right.
That's 3
Okay.
as I pull back.
Yeah. If anyone wants to double check that rule, I don't think the strength modifier is part of that, but
No, that's all right. I'm going to just roll without it.
however, it's chunky. That skin is like wood. You stab it in, it's not as impressive. There's barely even blood. This takes us to the defense rolls. So I am going to have
I don't like it.
So it's Parva, you are exempt because you are not in range.
I learned a lot last time we played this game.
I learned nothing because I survived the whole
Apparently.
time. Clearly, I'm invincible. That's how
Wow.
this works.
That
It
shit's
better
gonna
be
get
how-
wrecked.
I have not rolled a backup character, so it'll be interesting if Fromsta dies.
So here's the thing, Fromsta, you are at a DR 14 already on your agility test, but because the target is confused, they are attacking at a DR 12, so you have to beat a 12. And
that the
Felbin,
same?
they're also attacking you, so you have to beat a 14.
Okay.
Because
Shit.
the
I do
target's
have my bone armor.
That helps with if you get hit.
Okay.
And then
Toughness?
Understood.
it's tough. It's agility.
Oh, it's agility. Oh god.
And over, you are also making your test at the regular 12.
Well,
What's
I
that,
guess
Rush?
we're gonna find out what happens when I get hit because I just got a 4 for my defense.
It's a 2.
Okay, you.
Big old 2.
So despite
no.
this woman seeming confused, when you run up on her and attack, she lashes out and hits both of you as well. By the way, Over, you need to make 2 checks for me, please, because you get attacked twice by this
All
figure.
right,
As
the first
they're
one was 13,
Shit.
Okay, that is a.
and the second one is 13 also, actually.
Oh, all right.
Whoop,
You
whoop.
managed to parry away the strike with the shield.
Hold on, it's plus agility?
Yes.
That's plus 0. Sorry, that's a 12 and a 13.
A 12 and a 13. That's still good enough.
Okay.
Actually, no, you do not succeed on the 12.
Okay.
So you take D6, and
Uh-oh.
each of Fromsta
Uh-oh.
and Felbin take D6, and then roll your
I-
armor
I
defense.
take what?
A D6 of damage.
Oh
But
no.
Do you have armor?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Let me see.
I do have armor, so how does that?
It
Because
soaks
my,
up
my
damage.
notes of defense is DR plus 2 was what I had on my notes for my armor.
You
DR2?
roll.
D2?
Yeah, plus
Yeah,
2.
so roll D2. And Felbin, you also have D2 armor.
I do? Okay.
Yes. So you can roll a D4 and take one or two as a 1, 3 or 4 as a 2. And Over, what did you get?
So I'm rolling the damage also?
Yes.
I have 1 armor.
You have D2. Okay, got 1. So your damage
yeah, I got
is
1.
So roll your D6 for damage.
I rolled a 3.
So you take 2.
Okay, I take 2.
2 hit points.
Okay. I rolled a 5 on the damage and I rolled a 2 on my, I guess, defense.
Oh,
So
you
does
take-
that drop down to 3?
No, you take no, because the 2 on your defense, you rolled a D4 and you got a 2.
No, as in I rolled a 4 on my D4.
Oh, okay.
So I got
Yes.
a 2 of my D2.
So you take 3 hit points.
Okay.
nice.
And we don't regain hit points when we're like out of combat or anything unless we specifically do stuff to regain hit points, right?
There is a brief rest that you can do to recover
But we
some.
didn't do that.
No, there was no.
So the
combat.
one hit point loss from the flies is still in
Shit.
effect.
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
All right,
cool,
over.
Half my hit
Oh,
points.
not
Oh, no.
cool.
So over, what did you get?
I rolled a 4 damage.
Okay, what's your armor?
My armor is 2, so I rolled a 2 on my d4.
Okay, so that's one, it reduces by 1, so you take
And I have a shield that gives me -1 damage.
perfect, so you take 2 points. Because you rolled a 4 on damage, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Back to the top of the round. Carva.
Oh shit. Let's see. Carva is going to. He doesn't have his perfume anymore, which is troubling. He's gonna look around. Where is Navarro? Nowhere to be seen, I'm sure. That little fucker. He's gonna mutter that under his breath, and then he is going to run in, scissors in the air, jumping forward and coming down on Zakuma with an attack.
Lady.
Yep.
Okay.
I am going to use my second omen to reduce the target to 10 from 14.
The target is actually at 10 already, and this one, because they're confused, is at 8. But you are at DR 14, so you go to 12, and then
10.
they're confused, so you go to 10. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna save it. I'm just gonna roll straight on this one, and it's plus my strength. Nope, I missed with a 6.
Oh, ouch.
And then he's gonna run away.
Okay. So half the distance there, half the distance back.
Yeah.
Pulling in a Baru.
Good move. Fromsta.
So I have a potion that either it alternates. It's been alternating red or green. So I actually have to roll to figure out if it's going to be red or green at this moment.
Okay. Got it.
It is green.
Okay.
So I believe that means I can now quaff this potion and it will be 1d4 worth of healing.
I believe you are correct.
That'll be 2 points.
All right. So you restore 2 hit points.
Yes.
Drink the potion.
That's gone now.
All right.
I assume that's my whole turn.
Yeah.
Not like I can attack after doing that. So
Right. Do you want to move
That's
away or are
it.
you going to stay put? Okay.
Run away.
Frumst doesn't run.
Okay. Well, and considering that the target is confused, they're just kind of swinging wildly and they're trying to shake the cobwebs out of their minds. So, so we go to Felvin. If Felvin's back.
I'm back.
Perfect.
I knew it was my turn, so I rushed back. We have additional. Don't we have additional healing potions? Yes, we do. I don't know. Is in this game, is being at half your hit points worth taking a potion for? Because I'm down by half, and I'm kind of weak. So
Just kind of depends on what half your
What's
hit
half?
points
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Did you lose half in one hit? Because then yes.
No. I had taken 2 hit points from the fly bites, and then another 2 from stabby. So, but okay, never mind. I'll just deal with it. If I die, I die. We only have 30 minutes left anyway. Sorry, that's a little meta, but yeah. I'm going to try to stab again.
Okay.
Because it's not like we're gonna be able to run away from these guys. They're strong, so let me just
Go for it.
roll.
And your test's DR is 10.
That is, what do I add to it? Strength?
Yep.
That's a 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, brutal.
Dice.
Brutalis. Okay.
I keep switching my dice out because I'm like, maybe, but no, I'm not having good luck today.
Over.
Not now, anyway.
How much? I don't have anywhere any information about how much damage fangs would do, like a natural attack like that.
A what?
Like fangs.
Oh, I would say your strength modifier.
Okay. Alrighty. I will. Deliver another blow. Actually, no, that would be. I'll be an asshole.
Be an asshole. Do it. Do it.
All right, fine. I will use Roscoe's Consuming Glare.
Okay.
We'll use
Roll-
my.
That is a presence.
$14.
That does it.
1, so that's 15.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roscoe's Consuming Glare.
D4
my.
creatures lose D8 hit points each.
Oh, you might have just screwed the pooch here.
I said I don't want to do this, and
Okay.
Not
I got
Feldon's pooch.
First of all, roll a d4.
2.
Okay. I will let you choose the 2 targets that you do want to damage. Roll d8.
I get to choose 2. I get to choose the 2 targets. Nice. All right. Well,
because it's your power and there are 2 enemy targets, that doesn't bleed over to your allies. So
okay. Cool. So I'll start with the one that they're fighting.
just roll a d8 once, and we'll just apply the total to both.
Okay. 7.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
nice.
Okay. Let me double check
Nice.
there.
Can I? Is there a way to
Describe.
beef that?
You want to do what?
No, it's okay. I was looking if there was an omen I could use to beef that up, but no.
7. Okay. Believe it or not, they're still up.
Oh shit.
All right. And yeah, they almost like tense up and wither a little bit under that glare, but they don't go down.
Damn it, man.
However, Act 3.
Oops.
Let me double check my notes before you do that, Dave.
Okay. Give me a second here as I get ready as well.
Yes, Act 3.
Okay. Listen up and listen good.
Brave or desperate, kind or cruel, ye sinners all. Across the windswept plain she drifts, Jotna, the avatar of she, denial and deception, a plague. Yet who among thee is not a plague in thine own right? Sinners all, tools of balance and imbalance in the imagination of thy god Necrubal. Or dost thou imagine thyself loyal to she, to me, to none? See thou the futility? The power of life and death is perhaps the one shared attribute between mortal and divine. Then wield thy might, and undo what thou hast done. Restore the balance, and reset the calendar of Necrubal that she hath set forth ahead of its time. Kill the Avatar. Kill, and restore life, ye sinners. Wield thy attribute.
From across the plain, the sound of heavy buzzing fills the air, and a lone figure appears. The slight frame of a young girl, arms open and held low, palms out, approaches one deliberate step after another. Atop the shoulders twitches the swollen head of a black fly. Green mucus drips from its phallic nub of a proboscis and stains the front of a child's dress. Behind the avatar, the sky turns yellow, and a horde of Zakuma follow. Bestial in their rage, but obediently behind their mistress. The Zakuma fill rank upon rank in the distant mist. As before, you see green mucus flow from their eyes and the black chapping of their hideous mouths. The sound of a million droning wings fills the air, and your brain struggles to find purchase on your sanity. The confrontation of Jotna begins. And I need you all. No, you're good. So, if we can show Jotna.
We have Jotna.
Oh. That's
Yeah,
scary.
that's not good.
Nope, that's not good.
There are good things, and that's not one of them.
Yep, I agree.
And literally, this avatar is the size of a child, but it has this big fly head. And as Jotna approaches and this horde of Zakuma move in behind her and semi-encircle you, the two that you're fighting stumble away. And Jotna herself moves into your midst. Let's roll initiative again.
Oh, God. Okay.
Ty, did you say that there's a horde of these Zakuma, like in the
Yes.
background? Okay.
Yes. And Fromsta,
Okay.
your sickness abates.
Okay.
I don't think we're limited to that.
Things and stuff. Am I rolling initiative again for us?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, not good. This one's a 2.
It was bound to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Jotna steps among you. Okay.
Can I take my elixir?
You'll
I
have
feel
to
like I'm
wait
gonna-
till your turn.
No.
Okay.
This boss music is dope.
Moss check. Oliver, did you ever put the moss on your head?
I never said I did.
You did not say you did. Okay. This
Son of a
round, it is
bitch.
not on your head. I believe the rest of you did.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
Those of you with moss on your head, your tests are regular DR 12. Over your tests, all tests with Jotna are currently DR 14. As this weird droning is filling your head. Navarro is
no.
nowhere to be seen.
Of course
Fucking
not.
Navarro.
Okay, so let's see. Jotna steps forward, and the first thing that she does is Belbin. She reaches out and grabs at the moss that's on your head.
What the? Hey!
I need you to roll a defense.
Defense? Oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's your agility modifier,
do
D20 plus
it.
agility.
Nat 20!
Oh, nice. You dodge out of the
Hell
way as she
yeah.
comes up with air. You maintain
Clutch.
your hair of moss and the benefit thereof. Then very calmly, the head turns to and fro. And I need to know.
Oh, uh-oh.
She looks to Ulver and Ulver, please roll for me we'll just do your defense. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to spend a moment to lower my test DR.
Okay. To 10.
Yep. 17.
The eyes glare at you almost as if it's a consuming glare, and you feel heat from your pocket where the scroll resides. However, you resist the effect.
She using my scroll?
And then she turns casually toward Fromsta. And Fromsta, I need you to make your defense roll as she strikes at you with a hand. And you see that her arms are blackening as well, as if like half the insect form. What'd you get?
A nat 20.
What?
That's a 21 total.
Hey, let's go.
This is it.
Let's see if that crit offers you any benefits, because typically it does in melee. Defense PC. You gain a free attack. You get to attack her.
Yeah.
If you wish.
Yeah.
Huge.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 6, so
Okay. As you step up with your femur to strike, there is this like barrier of rot that you can sense, like a rot scented energy around her, and your femur just jounces off of it as you strike, as if there's almost an invisible shield around her. That is her turn. Carva, it's your turn.
Carva is going to race forward, and he is going to attempt to smash a bottle of red poison into her kaleidoscopic eyes and just
Nice.
smash the vial right into her.
Okay, make that attack, and don't forget you are. Okay, so heads up, you are a DR 16 on this.
All right, I'm going to use my last omen to drop that
Okay.
by 4.
All right, DR 12.
All right, here we go. That is a 17.
Nice. You punch through this sickening barrier and slam the vial into the eye. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay, it's
Do you have any
D10
stats on it?
damage. Yep, D10.
Oh, nice.
Come on. I rolled a 10.
Oh, wow. You puncture into the eye, and there's a screech as Jotna throws back the fly-headed eye, and some of that mucus flies into the air, and the eye just weeps ichor, and the poison seeps burning into the head.
Carva is surprised at how effective that seemed to be, and just kind of like stumbles back a little bit. He's kind of sort of dazed by the attack itself.
Yeah. That is amazing.
We should have
you
killed
did-
you last time we had the chance.
There's no response, just a pitiless, unemotional insectoid visage. You did manage to get a bit of a screech out of it. That's it for Carva. You staying put?
Yeah, that's it. He just
All
kind
right.
of is in a daze.
All right, Fromsta.
I mean, I'm gonna try to attack again.
Got it.
Fromsta is a woman of simple tastes.
But good
What's that?
taste.
Unlike Ulver, who has complex tastes.
That's a 4.
Right.
Oh,
Oh no!
it's almost as if the
Have you used any of your
impressiveness-
omens yet?
I have not. But I mean, can it re-roll or is it just
only on crit fails? It's page 38.
so like that? +4 wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Not in that.
Oh, it
True.
says. Well, I'm looking at the omen page and it says deal
Re-roll a
maximum
die
damage.
roll.
Re-roll a dice roll.
Yeah.
Lower damage dealt to you. Neutralize a crit or a fumble. Lower one test DR by -4.
You could re-roll.
You could re-roll.
Okay, sure, why not?
Okay,
I will use one of my omens.
got it.
Because I did that earlier. I re-rolled earlier.
Cool. That is going to be a 20, not a nat, a dirty
Okay.
20
Okay,
Dirty.
that'll hit.
Best kind.
You club through.
Mhm.
Hmm.
for 2 damage.
Alas, the barrier catches the femur.
Ah,
Oh.
Shit.
Belbin.
Okay. Is it my whole action to take a potion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, were
Am I
you doing the
able
fire
to-
thing again?
No, I was gonna take my elixir because I'm
I think in this instance, let's go and you can spend a power
okay.
to do that if you want.
Okay. I'll spend a power and take my elixir vitalis. That gives me a D6 HP.
Ooh, shit.
That's 6, so I get everything. I get more than everything back. So you can't do over heals on this, right? So I'm
Right.
back up to 8 out of 8.
Wow.
Heals.
You guys have a lot of hit points.
So I'm going to, since I spent my my power to do that, one of my powers to do that, I should say. I'm going to. Man, you would think a occult herb master would have something other than a short sword to attack people with.
I mean, they're an herbalist.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's true. Can I attack? But can my dog also attack? Because they have.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit! I forgot about
about
little
Slimy.
Fido. Forgot about my little slimy boy. Okay, I'm gonna use the short sword first, and then we'll get to the dog.
All right.
15 plus strength.
Yeah.
16.
That'll do
Does
it.
that hit? Okay, so
That
I'll
does,
roll
yeah.
the damage for that. D4. Don't fail me now. That's cocked. 3.
Well, she's got that barrier.
Damn it. And now my dog's going to attack.
Okay. What's your dog's damage?
He has 7 hit points. Bite D4. Only obeys me. That's what it says.
Slime dog?
Okay.
Slime dog. So roll. He got an 8 on the die, so I'm gonna say that's a no.
Okay. No.
Yeah, so no bite. He just snarls at her.
And she's just calm, standing among you.
I mean, he
Over.
snarls at everybody, but he's super snarling at her. Because he's a vicious, viscous little guy. That's me.
Ulver is going to, seeing this thing that's in front of us and, seeing how surrounded we are, he'll drop his spear and his shield, he'll pull off his ascot, and he'll go, there are certain times where one must appreciate and take off the monocle, the gifts of civilization. Then he pulls off his little white gloves. But then there are times when civility becomes nothing but shackles. And then see his arms start to snap, his clothes start to rip, his skin splits. I don't know if you've ever saw that movie In the Company of Wolves back in the day, but his mouth opens and the snout of a wolf comes out of it as his head rips back. And this wolf just rips on and emerges from him, but the wolf is flayed. So all you see is this like rippling red, wet muscle, bits of flesh just in this of fur just sort of hanging off of him, his mouth gleaming. And if you'll allow me, Ty, I would like to, normally it takes a round to do this, but I would like to use a power maybe so that I can shift and do an attack.
Go for it.
All right, so I'll use that, and as I howl, become this gigantic bloody wolf and howl, I will jump on this thing and just bite its face. I'm just going to go in and just go right for the mandibles and just gnaw my way in there.
Go right. Go for it. What do you get? Just go ahead and give us a roll. See what you get.
Plus what? Just straight up?
Strength.
Plus strength? Ooh, 18, 15.
Oh,
plus
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
All right. You jump on this avatar. Now, for the sake of everyone here, this battle would go on because this avatar is intense.
Yeah.
However, we have a realistic deadline. As Over leaps onto the avatar in wolf form, revealing the other side of their true nature, you shred into the avatar, and a collective gasp rises from the army of Zakuma that are surrounded, and you shred down the remainder of life out of this thing that Carva was not quite able to draw away with the power. And Jotna falls. Let me give you. You vanquish your foe and immediately feel yourselves restored. Burdens you were unaware of suddenly lifted, and your freedom restored. Jotna's corpse lies upon the ground amidst a litter of items fallen at her death. A burning torch, a black crown, a pewter spoon with a note attached by a straw thread.
I immediately go for the torch.
All right, you got it. You have a basically an ever burning torch.
Fuck yeah, ever burning torch.
I don't go for anything. I'm a wolf.
You're just eating the body, just nom, nom, nom,
I'm
nom,
just.
nom. I told you there was two of him. I knew it.
Mhm. As the rest of you consider the items on the grass, let us finish with our final narrative.
The Avatar falls, and her minions retreat. Balance is restored once more as thou rights what wrongs thou had heretofore committed. Thy freedom is thus regained, and thy shame abated. For 1 year hence thou is prohibited from killing thyself, lest thy services be sought once more. To freedom then, such as it is, and to thine self restored, inasmuch as the God allows, or until ordained otherwise, ye sinners.
And thus we conclude.
Woo! We did it.
We did.
Yeah. Realistic
That power.
deadlines. Yeah.
That power actually did quite a bit. Oh, wow. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone.
Metal.
Thanks
Metal.
for partying
Metal
with
up
the
your
two-headed
ass.
basilisks.
Metal.
Just for
Oh.
That
clarity's
was so
sake,
much fun. Oh my god.
you were caught between the old battle where you ran up against the mother of the two-headed basilisks, she, and this time you were representing Verhu, the son of Ark, who was the two-headed basilisk and they oppose each other, and you were caught in the middle. So this has
A
been
lot of
Mörk
lore
Borg.
here.
A lot of lore, a bit of lore.
This is
This has been
Mörk
Mörk Borg, everyone.
This has been Mörk Borg, everybody.
This is it.
Let's go ahead and do our outros. If we will, the Mandy, would you please lead us off?
Hi everybody, thanks for having me here. This was so much fun. I'm the Mandy. You can find me all over the internet at the Mandy, except for Twitter, because fuck Elon Musk. And yeah, I normally do games Wednesday nights, Miss Lost, my homebrew campaign, and Friday nights, Dungeons and Dinglings, which is a Forgotten Realms homebrewed campaign. And I also play on Magi RPG here on Twitch on Tuesdays, but we are currently on season break until June. So yeah, follow me on the things and the stuff, and you'll see me on a lot of channels here on Twitch. I do a lot of guest spots, so browse around, say hi.
Thank you. Rouge.
So it's been great fun. So happy to have been another one of the Guild Superior games. You can normally find me over on Live from the Apocalypse. Check them out, give them a follow. In addition to the every other Sunday game I'm in, they've got lots of other fun stuff going on, a wide variety of systems, games, players, etc. And then also my band, the Misbehaving Maidens, if you are in the DC area, is doing one of our final shows tomorrow at the New Deal Cafe. We also have one more show coming up in June, end of June, at the Jam and Java in Vienna. If you go to Misbehaving Maidens, no G, .com, you can find all of the information there. So
Great. Thank you so much. Nice to have you here again. Bleak.
Hey, I'm the Bleak season. I don't sing, but I'm also a misbehaving maiden. Thank you so much, Ty. It was a lot of fun to finally try this game. I can't imagine doing like a longer campaign thing. It would probably just sap your will to live. So pretty intense. I certainly like it. You can find me on socials at the Bleak Season. I'm like the Mandy. I have the before my name, but the Mandy deserves the in front of her name.
Oh
I'm
my
just like,
goodness.
just
Okay.
following
All
around.
right. All right. Using your
Uh,
outro to praise me. I see how you are.
There you go. And you can find me here next Thursday, not tomorrow, or on break, but Thursday next week. Well, Tuesday next week, I'm doing Greyhawk, but Thursday, the week after, I will starting a brand new Lord of the Rings 5e campaign right here, and some Witcher later on in June.
Awesome.
Thanks so much. It was a lot of fun, and you guys are all absolutely amazing and fun to play with, and I look forward to doing so again. You're also lovely, even though you hate it.
I'm gonna jump in front of Dave real quick and just do my outro because adventuresling.com. Just check it out. Would appreciate it. Love it. I've been your GM of Deeth, and it has been a lot of fun. And I'll do this again any old time you need from the old Morkenborgs. Dave, take us out.
Mörkenberg.
Hi, thank you so much for coming back to run this game. You've run a couple games on Guild Superior, including New of Arden, which we did drop the GameFound link in the chat. Folks, go check out the GameFound site. Do a pre-launch follow of the campaign and help support Ty and this amazing game, New of Arden, which we've played on stream a couple times now and absolutely love. So please support Ty. The Mandy. Thank you so much. It's great to play with you again. We had an awesome time at GaryCon, of course, playing Alien. So that was really fun. And Rouge, it's always a pleasure to see what kind of crazy shit you're going to come up with. So glad that you're back and glad to hear that you're coming back for some more games in the future. And Bleak, of course, always a pleasure to play with you, my friend. And love your role play in your games. And it's just a blast. So my name's Dave. I run games, produce games, play games here on Guild Superior. My whole jam is I love bringing people together like this to play. So yeah, if you wanna connect with us and you're interested in playing games on Guild Superior, come on over to our Discord channel, get to know us, we'll get to know you. Let's play games. We are going to raid into our friends at Dork Tales, but I'm just gonna mention really quick that we are taking a little bit of a break for next week. We will not have a Heroes of Greyhawk next week, but we will be firing off a Lord of the Rings, as Bleak said, game on the 1st. And then, you guys, we have a pirate board game coming up in June, run by our good friend Kurt, who's going to be coming in to run that. And we are currently casting for that game. So come on over to our Discord, check it out. We love playing games with our friends, and that's kind of what we do. So thank you so much for being here, you guys. We appreciate you. Let's raid into the Dork Tales, folks. They're playing some games. Let's give them some good old-fashioned Guild Superior love. We love you. We'll see you later. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.